Good morning, my dear grade 10 students. The COVID-19 pandemic is not a hindrance for us to have our teaching-learning situation. But before we're going to start with our lesson, let me first remind you that you practice health protocols as required by the Department of Health. And please prepare a clean sheet of paper or a notebook and a pen or a pencil for you to use in writing essential words in our discussion. The objective of our lesson for today is to critique a poem entitled A Eulogy of Roaches by Bienvenido Lumbera. The objective is in line with our MELC, Most Essential Learning Competency, which states this way: critique a literary selection based on moralist and reader response approaches. EN10WC-3G-14. Have you seen a cockroach? Where in our home do we usually see cockroaches? How do you feel when you see one? Do you think their existence is fair? Let's have a review on allusion. What is an allusion? An allusion is a reference to another literary work. The poem that we're about to critique contains an allusion. Can you identify from what literature the following lines were based? Blessed are the poor, from the Beatitudes. Look at the birds, they neither sow nor reap, yet your Father in heaven takes care of them. That is a Bible passage. Before we proceed to our lesson proper, let us unlock some of the difficult words in our lesson. Please prepare your paper and pencil. We're going to have matching type. Match the underlined word in column A with its meaning in column B. Column A, number 1. The roaches tolerating their odor don't need to promulgate health policy. The underlined word is promulgate. Number 2. A dark room full of filth is infested by roaches. The underlined word is filth. Number 3. Contented to stay in cracks of wall, roaches don't believe in eviction. The underlined word is eviction. Number 4. Dingy walls are the playgrounds of roaches. The underlined word is dingy. Number 5. Roaches die easily by a whiff of insecticide. The underlined word is whiff. Number 6. As the roach is dying, its jointed legs are inagile. The underlined word is agile. Number 7. Jose Rizal's life and works are in the annals of Philippine history. The underlined word is annals. Column B will give you the choices. Letter A, account of events. Letter B, puff of air. Letter C, expel. Letter D, put in effect. Letter E, dirt. Letter F, dirty looking. And letter G, quick. My dear students, check your answers. Number 1 is letter D. Number 2, letter E. Number 3, letter C. Number 4, letter F. Number 5, letter B. Number 6, letter G. And number 7 is letter A. Let us take the backgrounder. Bienvenido Lumbera is one of the most famous writers in 1960s. He proved the Marcos administration that the pen is mightier than the sword. A Eulogy of Roaches is a poem which the author wrote that showed his angst towards the people living in poverty and anger, and to political leaders indifferent of the lives of poor people. To prepare yourselves for the text of the poem, watch a video clip downloaded from the internet. You will have a bird's eye view of the meaning of the poem at hand.
Blessed are the cockroaches in this country. They are the citizens at last. They need no police to promulgate the peace, because they tolerate each other's smell of greed. Friends do talk and filth, do not choose the meat. Although they need a soul to reap, a daily feast is laid for them in rooms and kitchens of the pig. Kitchens of the pig. The roaches do not spin, and neither do they weave, but note the rusted coat. The sluggers wear clothes, the bird roaches require no roachy charity. They settle with a wish and have no one to pay. Eviction is a word quite meaningless to them. Yeah, who don't have their own, they think you crack a wall. Crack a wall. Not knowing dirty taxes, they increase and multiply. Survival is assured, even a jobless roach. These opportunities piled up where the garbage grows. Dying is a brief and cheap, and this cannot affright the brief of toxic meats, and the age of hill is steep to sweep these in the faint is final death. The strong, the wise, the dead, the innings made short, but when a simple poor house are a simple death, roaches still circulate in cupboards of the rich. The strong, the wise, the dead. The strong, the wise, the dead. The strong, the wise, the dead. The strong, the wise, the dead.
Read for Life, a Eulogy of Roaches, for DJ. Blessed are the cockroaches. In this country, they are the citizens to last. They need no police to promulgate their peace, because they tolerate each other's smell or greed. Friends to dark and filth, they do not choose their meat. Although they neither sow nor reap, a daily feast is laid for them in rooms and kitchen of their peak. The roaches do not spin, and neither do they weave. But note the russet coat the sluggards wear, clothed at birth. Roaches require no roachy charity. They settle where they wish and have no rent to pay. Eviction is a word quite meaningless to them, who do not have to own their dingy crack of wall. Not knowing dearth or taxes, they increase and multiply. Survival is assured even the jobless roach. His opportunities pile up where garbage grows. Dying is brief and cheap, and thus cannot affright. A whiff of toxic mist, an agile here. A stick the swift descent of pain is also final death. Their annals may be short, but when the simple poor have starved to simple death, roaches still circulate in cupboards of the rich, the strong, the wise, The Dead by Bienvenido Lumbera. In the first stanza, the author tells that cockroaches don't need to follow rules in order to survive because they don't mind being odorous and greedy. In the second stanza, the author tells that cockroaches live in dirty and dark places where they can easily get their food. In the third stanza, the author tells that cockroaches, with their bare skin, don't need any cloth to protect their bodies in order to live. In the fourth stanza, the author tells that cockroaches, having no houses of their own, easily live even inside dingy cracks of walls. In the fifth stanza, the author tells that cockroaches, even without any source of income, survive and multiply easily in dirty and dark places. In the sixth stanza, the author tells that cockroaches, however, die when they are sprayed with insecticides. In the seventh stanza, the author tells that cockroaches, though live shortly, can roam around places of both the poor and the rich people who are still alive or already dead. Comprehension check. Number 1. What is a eulogy? When do we usually eulogize someone? Suggested answer of number 1. Eulogy is a speech of writing in praise or celebration of something when someone dies, at the wake as a way of extolling someone. Number 2. What is the subject of eulogy in the poem? Enumerate the instances or reasons that make them deserving of the eulogy. Number 2. Suggested answer. Cockroaches. They are peaceful. They do not need police to promulgate their peace. They live in dark and filth. They do not choose their meat. They do not need the charity of others. They are jobless yet survive because of garbage. Number 3. Give the author's description of the cockroaches in terms of letter A, appearance, letter B, means of survival, letter C, peculiarities, letter D, habitat, letter E, lifespan, and letter D, death. Number 3. The author's descriptions of the cockroaches in terms of appearance. A. The russet coat they wear at birth. Letter B. Means of survival. They do not choose their meat. They live with filth. Letter C. Peculiarities. They live peacefully among themselves. Do not have to have jobs, but they survive. They choose their kitchen. Letter D. Habitat. Garbage, dark, and filth. E. Lifespan. Short, but their kinds are still many because they multiply fast and easily. F. Death. They wither or die by toxic mist, agile heel, or stick. The swift descent of pain is their final death. In short, they die easily. Number 4 question. Is the term eulogy appropriately chosen by the author? Number 4 answer. It is not. In the real sense of the word eulogy, it is a sarcasm. Number 5. How is sarcasm as a literary device used in the poem? Answer: the author is sarcastic about how roaches survive a meaningless life and die a meaningless death. Number 6. An allusion is a reference to another literary work. Can you identify from what literature the following lines were based? Give the quotation. Letter A. Blessed are the cockroaches. B. Although they neither sow nor reap, a daily feast is laid on them. Letter C. The roaches do not spin, and neither do they weave. But note the russet coat the sluggards wear. Letter D. Not knowing death or taxes, they increase and multiply. Their annals may be short, but when the simple poor have starved to simple death. Answer: letter A. Blessed are the poor is from the Beatitudes. Letter B. Look at the birds, they neither sow nor reap, yet your Father in heaven takes care of them. That is a quotation from the Bible. Letter C, D, and E are called Bible passages. Digging deeper, number 1. What feelings does the writer want to evoke in his readers? Answer: a feeling of contempt for the poor condition of the roaches, despise, for they are seemingly satisfied with what they have, do not even bother to improve on their life's condition. Number 2, what do you think are the social problems the eulogy of roaches connotes or portrays? Enumerate some of these. Answer: social problems such as A. Social injustice or unjust distribution of wealth, the condition of informal settlers. B. Poor dependence on the charity of the rich. Letter C. Life as a meaningless journey to death. D. Complacency of one's stagnant way of life. Number 3. What can you say about the poem written by Bienvenido Lumbera? Answer: it is a poem that serves as a vehicle or medium for the author to expose some social problems in our country. Testing. Your short quiz is saved in the Google Forms. Be sure that you have created your Gmail account to be able to access it. Your assignment: write an argumentative essay on a particular social issue. Follow the given rubrics sent in our group chat. That's all for today, my dear students. Have a nice day!